Hey everybody, this is Rev J with Rev J Rides. I am on my way home from the Sturgis area, South Dakota. I've left, you might have seen an earlier video that I put out, the return from Sturgis, part 1. That was 3 of my buddies heading home. They went through South Dakota, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and back to Tennessee, pretty much the way we came, give or take a little bit. However, I'm going a different route, so I left, and I'm going from South Dakota to Wyoming. I'm actually headed in that direction now. So I'm going South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado. Then after Colorado, I'm going to Kansas. And then after Kansas, I'm going to Oklahoma, then Arkansas, and back to Tennessee.
Good morning. Hey everybody. It's morning where I am. It's morning when I'm doing this video. Anyways, this is Rev J with Rev J Rides. And I am in Kansas. I just spent the night at a place called Colby, Kansas. I'm on my way down to Oklahoma, to an area in Oklahoma where I'm going to visit with my father-in-law. As you know, if you've watched many of my videos, my mother-in-law passed away about 3 weeks ago, a little over 3 weeks ago. And just wanted to go by and check on them on my way home. You may have noticed in one of the previous videos I talked about how they were headed home. There were 3 guys, Mike, Riley, and Brett, my buddy Brett that rode with me to Sturgis. All of them were heading out and I wasn't going with them. I said I'd be leaving in about an hour or so. Well, the reason why I was leaving at a different time is I was going a different direction. I didn't think I could make the whole trip in one day. So rather than making the trip in one day, I split it up into 2 and I didn't have to hurry too bad. I only had to travel 660 miles yesterday. And then today I'm only going to travel about 6 hours, 6.5 hours. So it won't be a bad day. Hey, but I will do a couple of things here in a little bit, so watch. I'll do a drive-through on Dodge City, Kansas. That ought to be pretty good. Dodge City, you know, where they always took the cattle. Back in the 1800s and stuff, all the cattle drives seem to head to Dodge City. And that's where I'm headed. That should be interesting. I'll see you in a little bit.
This section right here is Kansas. I just showed you a couple of clips from Wyoming and Colorado. But this is Kansas, and I'm showing you there is almost nothing here, nothing but fields. And have you noticed I've only passed a car or 2 as I travel this road? I traveled more than 100 miles on this road right here, and I think I counted 10 cars or vehicles heading my direction towards me, and then I think I counted 1 car heading the same direction that I was going. There's a truck that just passed. But you see, it's just wide open spaces. There you go. Boy, it's a traffic jam. I finally did make it to Dodge City. Here we are.
Silos, my goodness. Look at that. Some cool looking old houses. Here's some downtown stuff up here. Wonder what I can find up here. Looks like the historical park. We'll see. We'll go up in here. See the Boot Hill Visitor Simmons Information Center, Boot Hill Museum. Well, that's interesting. Boot Hill. There you go. Look at there. There's some cool stuff. Great Western Hotel. Boot Hill Museum. Cobblestone Street here. new stuff like Pizza Hut and Applebee's doesn't fit in, man. But just seeing some of this stuff, visitors information. Here's some of the Old Town Central Hotel. I guess I can get back there if I go this way. Let's see what else I can see here. Wish they didn't have all the streets tore up. Very cool looking place though, from what I can see. Let's go this way. Boot Hill Resource Center. Concrete. Huh, what is this? That's very cool. Huh. Very cool place. Okay, Western Wear up here. Here's a pretty cool looking old street. Now this is the stuff I like. Can't go that way. Wish I could. Looks like there's some good stuff down there. Down there too. Very cool place. I'm gonna go back down this way and see what I see over this way. So I guess this is supposed to look like the old town when Wyatt Earp was here. Who knows, maybe some of it does. Maybe some of it is actually, you know, I'm sure it's not the same businesses, but could be some of the same buildings. And I know they've got this over here looking like it's the old town. Put that cover over it and everything to make it look that way. But once again, maybe some of those buildings were really here back in those days. This is the second time in my life that I've been here. I was here last year. Coming home from Sturgis. I did not get into Oklahoma. I just went a different route just to look around. But this year I'm going to Oklahoma because my father-in-law needs somebody to check on him.
This little road right here was in Dodge City, Kansas. I like interesting roads like.
Look, Kim, I made it. I'm in Oklahoma now. Go Cowboys. I mean, Boomer Sooner. That's what I mean. I am now in the great state of Oklahoma. Just left Kansas. Tried to show you some things and some videos from Kansas in my past video. And I did have one itty bitty 10-second long video that I put up just to tease my wife. She's a Sooner, born and bred in Oklahoma. She was born in Norman, which is the home city of the Sooners. Anyways, hey, I'm going to show you a couple of sites in Oklahoma. For years, Oklahoma was known as a rough place. This was Indian country. This was outlaw territory. Look at the lay of the land. There were places where people would hide out and run from the law. Pretty rough terrain to traverse on horseback or by foot. Here we are on historic Route 66. It runs alongside of I-40. If I was in a hurry, I'd just get on I-40 and go. But I wanted to run this historic Route 66. Look at the way they built it with the little curve raised up on each side. The lanes are very narrow. went ahead and got out of here on I-40. There wasn't much to see on Route 66. But this trail right over here, or the road that's going above head, that's the original Chisholm Trail. That's the Chisholm Trail. That's pretty incredible. That's a big deal in history. I don't know if you're familiar with Brahms, but Brahms is in several states. And it all got started right here in this really awesome town that I'm about to name. One of the most important towns in all of Oklahoma, really all of the world for me. Tuttle, Oklahoma. Why? Because this is the home of the Tuttle Tigers. And my wife was a Tuttle Tiger. She graduated from here. This fella right here was a Blanchard Lion. And this lion fell in love with that tiger. Tuttle, Oklahoma. It's a pretty small town, but they have done very well in sports. They've won some state championships in softball, basketball, football. I don't know about baseball, possibly baseball too. I know they've been good. But they take sports pretty seriously around here. Nice little town. Not very big at all. City Hall, other businesses. And the schools are down that way. Up here at this light mainly, but there's a school down there. I think that's the junior high. High school, I believe, is down here. But their football field is over here to my left. I know about that football field. School there, football field here. Richardson Family Stadium, Tuttle Tigers. Good morning, everybody. I had mentioned that I wanted to stop and get a video or two of some places on Route 66. But overnight, I decided against that. Not necessarily because of the storms or anything, but there's storms down here to the south to my right. I'm leaving my father-in-law's house right now. It's pretty early in the morning, about 6:26 according to that right there. And I just feel like it's time to get home. So I'm not going to do any extra stops anywhere or go any extra places. I'm just heading straight home to Tennessee. Got to go through Arkansas and then Tennessee. So I'm in central Oklahoma right now, about to head into Oklahoma City. Heading north into Oklahoma City. And then I'm heading east towards Little Rock, Arkansas, and then finally Tennessee. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping track. Thank you for your prayers, those of you who have been praying. And I'll probably catch a little bit of Arkansas on my way home. Just to say I'm here. I made it this far. But outside of that, I'll see you at home. So we're about 2/3 of the way into this trip now, which means I'm about to cross the Mississippi River. I'm on I-40. I'm currently in West Memphis. And then of course, when I cross the river, I'll be in Tennessee, be in Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee. Always look forward to being back in my home state. So this is a pretty well-traveled bridge. I can't remember how long ago it was, but one side of this bridge was kind of taken out by something. Something hit it, or anyways, whatever it was, oh, I know what it was. It was a beam that they found some damage to somehow. And they Had to repair that beam, replace the beam or whatever. I don't know if it was that side or this side, but regardless, it sure slowed things down. This is a highly traveled corridor. As you can see, there's Memphis. There's the pyramid. And looky here. There's Tennessee. Welcome to Tennessee. All right, that's 2/3 of the way down. A little further to go for me.
1,749 miles later, after starting out in Sturgis, I finally made it home. Hey, if you would hit like, share, and subscribe.